Hello and good day, everybody who tunes into this video. Just wanting to tune a little deeper into my heart space as I get into this video, as I begin to speak and just wanting to call in what wants to come through in this way, to be presented to you all, to be shared through my heart space. Aho. Yes, okay. So hello. I love how I'm already a minute in. Just my intro, attuning myself to the space. Taking some deep breaths. So good, so beneficial. I hope it feels good to you too. And in this way, I am remembering why I initially felt called to come and speak in a video. What I wanted to share was having to do with a dream that I had last night. And it was really sweet. It was super beautiful, actually. And coming to realize that it actually carried some really deep healing for me in my own soul journey of growth. For those of you who know me, I have shared that I was in a relationship, an intimate partnership, with someone when I lived on the island of Maui back in 2022. And it was a really painful experience. I was in a relationship with a narcissist, and I basically lost all sense of individual self. I threw a bunch of my stuff away because I was told to do so by said person, and I did whatever they wanted me to do. I became this thing that wasn't who I actually am. And I understand that I attracted that person into my life because of where I was prior to meeting him. I was already feeling desperate for a relationship, and I've come to understand that where you are energetically and at the time of meeting someone new, you're most likely going to receive more of that energy that you were in when you meet this new person, if you start, creating or building a relationship with them. So with this individual, yeah, I was totally down in the dumps energetically. I would say, in a really big way. And so, anyways, yeah, I had this relationship that lasted for about 5 months, and I completely lost sense of who I was. I allowed myself to be emotionally abused, and it was a really big process and activation for me to have received that experience. It was so meant to be for my growth and my journey of evolution, because since then, now it's been just over 3 years, right? I have come so far, and I've had to remember who I am, what my values are, who I am as a person, what makes me me, collecting all the pieces once again. I had to learn who I was and who I am and who I'm meant to be. And it's been this beautiful unfolding of remembrance and discovering myself once again. And I've gotten to unlock things within myself and step even more fully into my power, learn my worth, my self-worth, and so much deep work came from that experience of deep pain. The deeper you go in the shadows side, the shadow self, the higher you have space and room to grow and reach new levels of potential. So anyways, I am sharing this now because I feel relationship has been a theme coming up in my life over the past week, maybe a week and a half now. And it's just been amazing to see how OMG, I'm still healing from that relationship all this time, after healing after healing after healing wave I've experienced, after so many deep moments of surrender, like giving everything to God, and moments where it's like, oh, I'm so tired of processing these pains. Spirit, like, I'm giving it to God, laying it all out, surrendering it to Mother Earth, Gaia. Take this, please. Calling upon the violet flame, Saint Germain's violet flame, for burning everything away that I do not need, that does not serve me. And yeah, just giving it all to God and saying, I cannot, like, take this from me. Do what you will. This is yours now. You can have this back. All of it. Like, such deep surrender, and like, okay, emptying myself out. But of course, we have to feel it all in order to do so. And if we don't fully allow ourselves to feel as deeply as we can go into the depths where the stuff is, then we're ignoring it, and it will eventually come up to be released, because we can't push it under the rug forever. Or we can, but that's like a painful existence, in my opinion. Like, oof, ouch, because I've done that before and it sucks. But it's all in the divine time of our soul evolution, when we are finally ready to let go. And okay, fine, I'm strong enough to feel all this shit. Even if I don't feel strong enough, I'm doing it. And then remembering, wow, we are all strong enough to feel the deep shit, the deep pain that lies awake inside of our heart spaces, inside of ourselves, that we may have ignored for a long time because we didn't want to feel it. But may we remember, we are strong enough. It's there. And God doesn't give us anything that we aren't strong enough to receive and to handle and to process. Great reminder. So after just all of this time that's gone by, like, there have been moments in the past over these years where I have forgiven this individual time and time again, like, and then the waves of, I hate them. I still hate them. I'm upset. There have been so many waves of healing, different emotions coming up from the processing that it takes to fully release and embrace everything, the whole spectrum of emotions. So just the other day, I had another layer of tears roll through from that relationship, and I was so surprised by it. But I'm so grateful. Another layer of the onion, as they call it, layers that we peel so many layers back because we are made of so many layers. But anyways, moving forward, I got to process even more, another bit of depth there, and like, okay, beautiful, thank you. But what I'm really trying to get to, the juice of this, is that this dream I had last night, I was with this person again. I was with this ex, this person who in the real life, waking life, I had so much pain with in our relationship. I also experienced a lot of beauty with this individual, and laughter and play and fun, and like, yeah. And another reminder of this experience, of this dream even, that I had with them last night, was how everyone shows up with the tools that they have, what knowledge and awareness they were given, that they learned from their parents, their past partners, their lives. We each show up in the energy and frequency that we are and that we have. So at that time of my life, I wasn't strong enough to say, yo, this isn't fucked up. You can't treat me or talk to me like this. Like, I'm out if you continue doing that. I'm not about that. Like, so I was not strong enough at the time. I was shrinking down. I could not stand up for myself. That just wasn't who I was at the time. I didn't have the inner strength. And that person was showing up in like the intense, like narcissistic, like control freak that they, became through their life experiences. And we each, we show up as we are able to. And I truly do believe everything is exactly as it's meant to be, even if it's painful and it sucks at the time and thereafter, having to heal from the intensity. But at this point, all these years later, and to now, right now, I'm so grateful for all of the pain I was put through. Not necessarily, like, well, yes, by this guy, but also not necessarily just this guy. He was the catalyst. He was the piece of the puzzle, the piece of the game that was brought into my life for my own soul growth and evolution. So I say thank you to this guy. Thank you for showing up the way that you did, because you only helped make me stronger. And yes, I'm like upset with myself for this. I think about the things that I threw away because they were precious objects, and I'm like, oh, why did I throw those things away? But I was totally brainwashed at the time to just do whatever he said, and I had to become that brainwashed part of myself to understand, like, holy shit, this is real. I had to experience that to know I will never allow that again in my life. I'll never let myself become so lost in the sauce of someone else's life and world and energy. 1111 on the clock. And yeah, new beginnings. I will never allow that to happen again. I am a new version of myself. I found my inner strength. I found my voice through so much turmoil and pain. Okay, circling back around though, this dream. I had a beautiful dream with this person. Like, in the dream, I don't know if we were back together in a relationship, but we were together physically on a trip. Like, we were in a hotel room. My parents had taken us on a trip, and we were just sharing the utmost sweetness, you guys. I just felt so happy, and I'm like, oh my God, this person and I are experiencing such a sweetness. I was overflowing with that energy and like sensuality and like closeness with this person and like play and I don't know, like childlike innocence, just the sweetness that was embedded and really coming forth from this dream with this person that I experienced so much pain with in the real world years ago. I'm like, I also know that person's like inner child was deeply wounded, and maybe through this dream, like the inner children we each have within us was really coming out, but also like there was sensuality in the dream and like yummy kissy like sweetness, some really sweet love energy, like divine love. It was just feeling super like in my heart, so good. And then in the dream, my mom was there and she came to check on us or say something, and she looked at me and was like, I have my dream journal with me. I kind of wanted to maybe just read this to y'all to express like what I had written. So let's see. I dreamt about my ex. He and I were together again in a really sweet energy. We were on a trip with my parents at a hotel somewhere. I don't know. I really just remember feeling and being in such sweetness. Yes. It felt so sweet, and somewhere, something questioning like a higher wisdom or mother energy, aka my mom in the dream, at one point asking like, can it be? Is he really trustworthy? ... Is that really how and who he be? And that came through later as I was remembering and recalling more of the dream. Is like, oh yeah, that was also a part of it, like this higher wisdom. Like, so in dreams, I believe one perception I have on dreams is that we are who we are, our soul, are just playing the roles of each person in our dream. Like, they're all mirrors or reflections of us. So I have this higher wisdom within myself coming through as my mother energy of, you know, want to protect her baby bear. And also that's just my mom in my life, always questioning and asking like, are you sure, Sophia? Like, you know, can you trust this person? Blah, blah, blah. But that was me in my dream as my mom, and then me as me in the dream, and then me as my ex in the dream. And it's like, when that question was asked, what came through consciously was, can I trust myself? Can I really show up? Is that really who I am now? That I can really trust myself? Am I really trustworthy? Can I trust myself to show up in that sweetness? And also just this dedication that I have stepped into, that I'm stepping into even further for me. So yeah, it was really interesting. And then also like after waking up, the thought of like, well, maybe like that person, my actual ex, is like higher self is connecting with me in the dream space of like this sweetness, because also that was something we experienced in real life, was some really beautiful sweet energies shared together. And it was just really interesting. Like anything's possible, and maybe all of it's true at the same time. But yeah, it's a concept that I thought I'd share with you all here, because I'm sure many people have dreams about their exes, and um this way of like in real life, the experience with that person was super traumatizing, and I've had to heal a lot. But all these years later, after doing so much healing work, to have such like a loving dream, I just wanted to say out loud again, like, I forgive you. I forgive you, and I forgive myself too. And I really hope that, you're not holding on to any shame or guilt from that experience, because I know you showed up with what you could show up with, and I showed up with what I could show up with. And it was all perfect and divine. And yeah, it sucked. It totally sucked. But that's how it was meant to be for you and for me. So may we be set free now. May we set ourselves free, not holding anything, back with guilt or shame from that time frame. Because we are always growing. We're always becoming new versions of ourselves. And at this point of time, in this day and age, I say thank you, and I forgive you, and I forgive me too. So yeah, I hope you can forgive you too. And that's the beauty of this work, and that's the beauty of this life. Like, we can always come back to loving ourselves, and then loving others. Like, I don't feel any like hate for this person. I honestly am feeling love towards them, like, even if they haven't really changed that much. Like, I know I impacted them, and I just I just want them to know I don't feel pain anymore. I'm happy and I'm grateful. So yeah. Anyway, that's my story for today. That's what I wanted to share on. And I've come so far, and it's so beautiful to see the leaps and the strides and the gallops that I've made moving forward in my journey of growth in life and relationships. Specifically intimate relationships, are one of the biggest lessons that I've been experiencing for growth in my life. It's taken me years to be in this place where I am now. Strength, not giving myself away to men just because like I didn't know I was worthy enough to actually let them try to get to know me before doing something intimate with a man. Like, just and something actually else that's been coming up is, if you want to if I wanted to be intimate with a man right away because it's exciting, and oh, look at this new saucy lustful like man who like sees me and wants me, and like, oh my god, what a gift, how awesome it makes me feel. That's not the game I'm wanting to play anymore. Like, I realize that's short-term gratification. Or immediate gratification, where it's like, okay, yeah, let's get into bed together right away. Or I don't need to get to know you. Like, let's do this thing and then let's just start dating and start it all. And it's like, whoa, no. That's not what Sophia wants anymore. That's what I've done time and time again up until now. And I'm done doing that. At this point of my life, I'm here for the long game, baby. And first and foremost, I'm playing the long game. I mean, it's not even playing. I'm living the long game with myself first, through my dedication to self and my own evolution and growth. And whoever else is also on that long game in their own way in their own life, we can meet up. They can like meet me in my energy, and I can meet them in their energy, because we're both already dedicated to ourselves. And then from that place of self-dedication, we can become dedicated to something we want to build together with this deep trust and love and like inner knowing. Inner knowing is what's coming through right now to be said. So yeah, I guess, is that it, Spirit? Like, is that where I end this video? It's deep inner knowing that this is coming. It's already on its way. Yeah, it feels really good to say, because it's the truth. This is the first time I've ever done this for myself, basically, and have been able to do this. So I know I'm going to be met in this energy, because I'm meeting myself here for the first time. And everything that I've experienced in the past has made it clear for me to know now clearly that this is the truth of my heart. This is what I want. Like, my Venus is in Capricorn, for those of you who know. You know. So anyways, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful for all of the other crazy, you know, short-term experiences that I've had in the past that have left me feeling pain and emptiness in my heart and shallow inside. Those all had to happen in order to help me become who I am today, and to know what will be fulfilling and long-term goal-oriented. That's where I'm at, baby. That's what I want. So I know I'm getting that, because I'm giving it to myself first. Okay? And just tuning back into my heart space, because it's a good way to end any video. It's like I want to end it with a prayer or something special. Thank you, God, Goddess. Thank you, Sophia, Soul Frequencies. Ooh, baby, I'm so blessed. We are so blessed to be able to meet each other in this high frequency. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being open to receive, to hear, to receive these divine frequencies, okay? So much love, so much wisdom, so much blessings. From within, so without. And so much love to you. That's what it's all about. Peace out.